Look at her, Richard. Look at how magnificent she is. The most deadly hunter ever created. The most deadly dinosaur ever created. And I did it because I'm a mad scientist.
You're mad. You are mad. How can you play God by creating a dinosaur? However, did you do this?
Oh, I just let her listen to this Pod Bros exclusive.
What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Sean.
And we're speaking the language of bromance. Sean, we're going to try something that we haven't done for a minute.
It's been a bit since, well, we tried this once, and it went pretty well. We kind of bumped up to the line of inappropriateness, and we felt good about it. Episode 40. We did this game called Superfight, which is by Skybound Games. You can check it out on, I think it's superfight.com or skybound.com. You can find all that stuff there. But we tried this a second time, Richard, and it did not go very well.
No. We originally went up to the line of inappropriateness, and then the second time we looked behind us, and there it was.
way back there.
Way behind.
So what this game is basically it's a card game, kind of like Cards Against Humanity. You go through and you pick a location where these fighters are going to be at. You can throw in a situation, and then you pick two characters to battle, and they both have different kinds of abilities, and you argue back and forth nerd style to see who has the better fighter.
That's right.
And I think the best thing about this, what we like to do, is you get to create awesome hashtag names. So I think that's where the appropriateness came last time.
Yeah, it did. It was all fine until, how do you create a hashtag for...
Beep! All right, so if you're ready, we'll do 4 rounds of this. There's a clean deck and a dirty deck. Yeah. So we usually do a clean deck the first round, and then the second round we'll do a dirty deck.
I am pumped.
All right, so...
I am ready to debate.
We are setting the scene now. So round one. As our fighters are preparing into the... So do you want to go fighters first, or do you want to go location situation first?
Well, I think we should do location situation. Give everybody a sense of what's going on, where we are.
Okay. So screen's coming up for the audience to see. And what do they get to see for this first fight? They get to see the wonderful world of Narnia.
That's right. That's where Aslan lives. He's like Lion Jesus. Well, he is. I mean, I thought that was the whole metaphor, like Aslan's Jesus, right?
That's what I've heard that reference many times, yeah.
I read the first book. I was forced to read the first book in school, and then I just never...
Really? They made you read that in school?
Yeah, I think The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe we read in school. I don't remember what grade I was in. I want to say it was like pre-junior high. It sounds right. Anyway.
So on the screen, we see Narnia, and underneath it is going to let you know the current situation for the fighters coming out of the gate. And guess what? In this world, these fighters can fly.
Hey!
Fly like an eagle.
You got to fly.
Fly to the angels. All right. So, Richard.
My fighter.
Your fighter, as the curtain's starting to fall from wherever they're at.
All right. So I've walked through the wardrobe, and I've stumbled into the woods with the little lamp post. And what am I?
You, sir, are a mummy.
I'm a mummy.
Not like a mom, not a mommy. You're a mummy.
Yeah, you make it clear for our British audience. Not a mummy, a mummy.
And across the battleground, Richard, what do you see that's going to be your fighter? That's me. You see America's pride itself, the Statue of Liberty.
Holy shit, I'm a mummy versus the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, this is like East versus West.
It is.
So these two fighters, they're going to get some special abilities. So Richard, the mummy here, the two abilities that he has or she has. They can create a hologram of themselves.
Okay.
But a bad thing, Richard, you are really, really hangry.
Oh, no, see, that'll work to my advantage.
You're a hangry mummy.
I am a hangry mummy.
All right, and me, the Statue of Liberty, right now is wearing a suit of armor. And also what, Richard? Guess what? I've got some scissor hands.
So you're an armored Statue of Liberty with scissored hands.
Yep, that's me.
So you're not Edward Scissorhands, you're Edwina. Or whatever the female word for Edward is.
So, Richard, I know, like, right now, you could create some holograms of yourself, and yeah, I'd be like, oh, that's not it. But once I get a hold of you with these scissors, I'm going to cut all that crap that you have wrapped around you off. And what are you going to do? You're going to freeze. You're in Narnia.
Well, see, first things first. First, I have to take care of business, okay? First, I have to channel my inner rage. And it's easy to do because I want something to eat. And I see this big, giant thing in front of me. And you know what? I mean, like, you say what you will about a mummy. Like, oh, mummy's small, but Statue of Liberty's big. Yeah. Did you see The Mummy? Did you see that remake Mummy movie? He was a big, giant sandstorm with his face in it.
Yeah, but at first you got to eat some people's face. That's probably why you're hangry, is because you just come out of your sarcophagus and you haven't fed yet.
Oh.
So you're a weak mummy. You're a weak, hangry mummy that can only make more hangry mummies around. You're going to come up to me, the Statue of Liberty, that's big and bad, try to take a bite. Guess what? Not only are you going to get a taste of copper in your mouth, but you're also going to be biting into some sweet-ass armor. American flag style.
First thing I'm doing then is I'm going to use flight to find food.
So you're going to run away. You're first.
I'm going to go, you know what I'll do? I'll find the satyr. I'll find that one guy with the cloven hooven feet, and I'll be like, ooh, I bet he tastes like chicken, and I'll eat his face.
You'll give him the jar of your innards that...
Yeah. I'll stand up in front of him and open my mouth really wide and suck all the skin off his bones.
Imhotep.
Yeah.
Imhotep. You know what I'm going to do, Richard? While you're going around trying to eat people, I'm going to convert everybody.
And I'll be busy, and I'll keep you occupied by making holograms. See, so I'll make a bunch of holograms and then fly to what's-his-face's house and eat his face. And then guess what? I'm good to go. And then you get to deal with giant face sandstorm.
Well, you know what else you can do, since you're probably going to eat like 3 or 4 things. You could go find that beaver that lives there.
And I could eat the beaver?
You could eat the beaver, yeah.
I could. Hashtag eat the beaver. All right.
So okay, Richard. So while you're going around, trying to eat some people, I'm going to go around and do what America does best.
See, I'm eating people. You're scissoring all these holograms, and then a sandstorm shows up. And you know how sand is. You're the Statue of Liberty. Sand gets in everywhere. And I mean everywhere.
Well, let me back you up a little bit, Richard. So
and
while you're off doing that,
so you get sand in your Liberty hoo-ha, your Liberty vajayjay, Liberty Lady Town. So you got sand in your Liberty Lady Town. How you gonna get it out? You've got scissors for hands.
Well, I'll tell you, Richard, how I get out. Because one, I don't think the Statue of Liberty is anatomically correct.
It's not?
I don't think so.
But wait a minute, French people built it. Don't you think it is?
Good point. It probably is. This is where I'll put the vagina.
No, you see, this is where they make the babies.
So while you're out, first off doing a lot of stuff, I'm going to realize that all these things I'm killing are just holograms. They're not you. I'm going to see you running away.
Flying away, because I can fly.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, Richard, is I'm going to bring some America to this Narnia. I'm going to bring some freedom to Narnia. I'm going to go around and show everybody how great America is. And when you come back, Richard, you know what you're going to see? A bunch of dudes with American flag t-shirts, Pabst Blue Ribbon, driving 4 pickup trucks. Woo-hoo! Let's go kill that foreigner.
A foreign mummy.
He ain't from here. He ain't from Narnia. We call it Narnia now.
I don't think that mummy believes in Jesus. That's fine. You know why? Because you're dealing with, guess what? Giant sandstorm face.
Well, the only problem I have, Richard, is after all that happens, I won't be able to clap after my victory because I have scissor hands.
It's also, like I said, how you digging sand out of places with your scissor hands.
I'm going to bring those. That's why I'm going to go recruit some more fighters from my side.
Yeah.
So that they're going to go in and spray out my lady town, my freedom lady town.
Aslan will have a little rebel flag attached to his tail while he's running around.
It's like you don't belong here, Mummy. It's like, well, the Statue of Liberty is a foreigner too. This isn't his land.
Well, yeah, but I mean, America, right? I mean, America.
Well, he planted his flag, and she talked about this freedom thing, and we said, why not? Maybe we changed it to Narnia. What more do you want?
I mean, here you are with your dictatorship, your lion dictatorship.
You're just going around eating beavers and other things. This Statue of Liberty hasn't done that yet. Wipe my mouth. Oh, yeah, no, I haven't eaten anybody yet.
Nope.
Is that a beaver in your mouth? No.
Nope. Don't you tell me my business. Well, all right. So now so you're telling me that I'm dealing with a forest full of creatures that are now gun-toting redneck forest creatures.
Yes, sir. Narnia's militia is right there ready to battle you. It's almost like the dude that played in The Mummy. You could just imagine like a bunch of those guys.
I don't know. I think I got this. First, like I said, first thing I gotta do is I gotta eat.
Well, even as a sandstorm, I mean, the Statue of Liberty is set out, getting hit by salt for 100 years now, and she's still doing fine. Lady Town is Lady Fort right now. That thing is badass.
With the
it's
armor,
taken pounded from salt for years.
Right in the cod piece.
I mean, all I gotta do is hold up my scissor hand of justice, and everybody's gonna come to my aid and knock this mummy down.
Scissor hand of justice.
Found my hashtag.
See, I thought you were gonna go with Liberty Lady Town.
Liberty Lady Town would be pretty good too.
Or Lady Liberty Town. Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to think of a decent hangry mummy. That's the best I can do.
I don't know. Will that craving subside? You might still be hungry. You might give up. I might come up to you and be like, "Listen, mummy, come join our side. We'll give you food, shelter.
Yeah,
and you can be part of Narnia. There's a spot for everybody."
Right? They're like, "Hey, you show up and you're like, hey, I got jerky, beaver jerky.
We've even got a job for you."
The Narnians got a little restless, so they started hunting the animals.
The first bite, they're like, "Man, we should have been doing this years ago. Narnia rocks."
Narnia.
So I don't even have to kill you, Richard. I've just converted you to the Narnia way.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I gotta say, I think you got me on this one.
Yeah. So what do you want to hashtag so we can at least let the audience decide? Do you just want to throw in the towel as a Narnia mummy?
Yeah. I'll just go with hangry mummy. That's, like I said, that's probably the best one I could think of.
So on this one, Richard, you're gonna go with hangry mummy, and I'm gonna pick up yours. So I'm gonna give you a tip of the hat. I'm gonna go with the hashtag Liberty Lady Town. That's a good one.
Oh, beat me with a hashtag.
All right. Second round. This is the dirty round. This is the XXX round. So, if you have any kids in the room, you might have to explain some stuff to them.
This ain't your dad's super fight.
So, as we open up to see what our battlefield will be, we look out and we are in deep space.
Ooh, see, this could be bad.
Could be bad. And what you see, Richard, as our situation, I don't know if this is even possible, but in Superfight, anything's possible. There is a sandstorm in space.
There's a sandstorm. See, everything's already gone wonky. Up is down, black is white. There's sandstorms in space.
And on my side, my fighter for this round drops the gate, and you just see a big, angry feminist.
No.
She's got some stuff to say, And she's got something, she's pissed about it.
Yep. Here you are, fighting the tyranny of man on every front, even the final frontier.
Even in space. And what she sees on the other side of her, Richard, she sees, what your character is here, is a dumpster baby. Which, oh God, no, I ain't going to say it. Never mind. And so the feminist, her abilities for this fight. So her first one's kind of a rough one. She is paralyzed from the eyes down.
Oh, see, I got this.
But she is armed with a bow and cancer-tipped arrows.
Why are you going to shoot it?
Well, we're in space, so I've got something so how I can shoot it.
Oh, okay.
So the dumpster baby, the abilities for this one is it's on ecstasy.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that makes sense.
And is wearing nothing but a strap-on.
Like from the it's like from the prom,
Yeah. Yeah. What's the Family Guy? I'm just a prom night dumpster baby. And the dumpster baby
ecstasy.
is wearing nothing but a strap-on.
Wearing nothing but a strap.
So I'm guessing that this is probably attached to the dumpster baby's head.
Yeah, like a unicorn.
So in this battle, Richard, is this feminist, in space, they have to have some kind of spacesuit. So this feminist is part robot, which I would say is what your dumpster baby is at this point, too, is part robot.
A part robot dumpster baby. So it's like a Terminator that wanted to be terminated.
I think a Terminator that didn't want to be terminated.
Right. See, so I've fought death and won.
That's
and
true.
Here you come.
So the feminist with this is going to be floating through space, probably telling this dumpster baby all the things that he's doing wrong.
Yeah, because I am a boy dumpster baby.
I'm guessing this dumpster baby eyes are going to be looking all around in places it shouldn't. Be like, no, these are my breasts. You don't need to look at those. But
see, here's my thing, is I got the strap on, and I'm high on ecstasy, so you know what that means? I want to touch everything.
You're going to use your propel power to, take this unicorn strap-on weapon and try to penetrate this feminist.
Right into the eye, because that's the only thing I know you can feel.
Right in the eye? Yeah, that's a good point. You can poke all around you want. I'm not going to feel it.
Yeah. It's almost like you're impervious.
And even with my bow-tipped, cancer-tipped arrows, if I'm hitting you with those, I got to get through the armor, one. And two, you're like, whatever, man, I'm a baby.
Yeah, how are you hitting me with those?
Well, since I'm part robot,
you're just floating around, everything's just floating.
Well, I'm in this space outfit, so my trajectory, things can have some momentum in space. And since I have my space outfit, robot arms are going to be working, so I can't feel anything, but still shooting those arrows.
Yeah, until I show up and burst through your spacesuit with my strap on like a spear. It's like Point Break when they put their arms at their side and they just dive.
You just turn
that's
on
gonna be me with a strap on my head, just and then smash right through the helmet.
You turn on the afterburners and just come running at me. Is that what your plan is?
Into the eye. And then you're like, ah! And I'm like, oh, God, this is so good.
This was so much better than the prom.
Hopefully this will have a better ending.
So I guess since it's a dumpster baby, it's going to be covered in all kinds of stuff from the dumpster. So you're going to have food. So
yeah,
even at worst,
also it's gonna coat me like a protective layer.
Man, your dumpster baby's a hardened baby.
Yeah, raised on the mean streets, obviously.
I feel like this is the origin story for Jane from Firefly. I ain't never had anything tweak my nether set run on batteries.
God.
I don't want to hear that.
I'd like to hear a little more.
So I think the big fear, though, is if your baby being on ecstasy, he might go a little crazy and see all those stars out there. And because, babies are kind of, bright lights and things
So
like
you're
that. They can
thinking
distract
natural
them.
curiosity.
Yeah. Be like, I wonder what's over there.
No, see, I'm on ecstasy, so I'm very tactile. Like, I want to touch things. And right now, I want unicorn horn.
Imagine just some bad cartoon with a baby just dry humping this feminist head.
And you're not going to be able to see me. See, shooting those arrows, how are you going to see me? There's a sandstorm going on.
That's true.
You're not going to get a beat on me.
Is that sandstorm going to be what distracts you? Because you're going to just it'd be like the keys in your face. Like, who's a little baby? Who's a little dumpster
Sandstorm's
baby?
blowing you around, and it's not like, you have no control over where you're going. You're just being tossed around like a rag doll.
I feel like you would have if you weren't on ecstasy, that you probably couldn't do this. But as the dumpster baby, if you had a little bit of smarts, you could try to play to this feminist female side, her motherhood, her woman side. And you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm just a little baby here in the space. I need
the feminist isn't going to care. The feminist is like, you shouldn't have kids anyway.
Well, I'm saying
all they do is perpetuate the stereotype that's all we're good for. You feel amazing.
All right. So what's your hashtag for this dumpster baby? DB on E.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I don't think we should put hashtag dumpster baby on Twitter.
Probably not.
I don't know how that would go over. Yeah, or ecstasy unicorn horn.
Ecstasy unicorn horn. Okay, I like it. I am going to go with something kind of subtle and probably going to get some hate mail for it, but I'm going to go with hashtag woman power. All right, so let's right this ship. We're gonna go back to a clean game.
Oh, let's clean it up.
All right,
get out the mop. Let's clean this up.
Let's get our palate cleanser in.
Get the dumpster out. Let's put all this stuff back.
No offense to any feminist or dumpster babies that may be listening.
Of course.
So, Richard, what you're going to see now for this new battleground?
Do you really think feminists and dumpster babies are our target audience?
No, I don't think so.
I think we're safe.
Well, that's the bad thing is I had a feminist. I'm like, I don't know how to argue for this.
Hey everyone, this is Tom from the Say What Podcast, and I would love it if you'd swing over to saywhatpodcast.com to check us out as soon as you're done listening to this show. We handpick real news articles to poke fun at every week, like a lady from Florida attacking her boyfriend with a ceramic squirrel, or kids rubbing chapstick in their eyes to get high, or the guy who got arrested for repeatedly having sex with an inflatable pool shark. Yeah, I think you get the point. So tune into the Say What Podcast every Friday on iTunes, Stitcher, and at saywhatpodcast.com.
So, in our new battleground, Richard, how do you feel about giant bounce houses?
Ooh, I love me a bounce house.
Bounce around all over the place. But this one, in particular, is going to be a little interesting. Because in this giant bounce house, there's no gravity. So we're kind of still in a little spacey type atmosphere.
Okay. So we're not really bouncing. We're in a bounce house, but we're in a float house.
Yeah, you're kind of floating, so you can kind of bounce off the sides and you float around. So it actually sounds amazing if you ask me.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So Richard, I think you're going to like this character you have.
Ooh.
So as the curtain drops and you're floating into your new battleground, Richard, you get to be the Doctor.
Oh, see, I've already won. I've already won just by this choice. I've already won, and you don't know it. That's the thing.
So this Doctor, whom you speak of, is right now in a helicopter, which isn't very useful in a no-gravity bounce house. But what is, Richard, is what you're wearing.
What am I wearing?
You are wearing some sharpened stilettos.
In a bounce house? I could pop the bounce house.
Oh, yes, you could. And then what happens? God only knows.
And there's no gravity, so we're just floating around and this bounce house is on top of us?
And so what you're going to battle is the Doctor this round, Richard. How do you feel about fighting a saber-toothed tiger?
Oh, see, I've got this.
I don't know. because the abilities of this saber-toothed tiger are, 1, going back to our last fight, he has a magical unicorn horn.
No!
And 2, is made of sand. You can't destroy sand.
Oh, sure I can.
So let me hear how the doctor is going to fight a saber-toothed tiger with a magical unicorn horn.
Okay. So the doctor always uses what's around him. So I'm in a bounce house, I'm in a helicopter, and I've got sand. Okay, perfect. I got this. Okay, so we blow the helicopter up. Like, I bring you in. I'm like, ooh, saber-toothed tiger, come here, come here, come here. And you get in the helicopter with me. Oh, no, now we're floating around in a helicopter. Guess what? Helicopter explodes. Badoosh! Guess what the heat does? Guess what heat does to sand? What does heat do to sand?
Does it turn it into glass?
Turns it into glass.
All right.
Oh, how you? Now you're a glass saber-toothed tiger with a unicorn horn. Whatever am I gonna do? How am I gonna pierce that glass? Maybe with my sharpened stilettos.
See, you've just effed yourself in the A, sir. Because this saber-toothed tiger that, the super fight starts and you're like, no, let's not fight. Let's be friends, saber-toothed tiger. Saber-toothed tiger is like, I like you, doctor. I like the first season. So the helicopter blows up, and guess what? Now this is a saber-toothed tiger made of glass. Thick glass. So thick that I don't think these sharpened stilettos that are made of some kind of plastic are going to bust through this glass. So now you're fighting a saber-toothed tiger made of glass with a magical fucking unicorn horn.
Oh, I still got it. Sharpened stilettos. I'll just, you know what I'll do? I'll write my name into you and then smash you. That's what I'll do.
Oh, so you're going to try to slowly chip away at this,
with
500
the perpetual
pounds.
with the perpetual motion of having no gravity.
Do you know what magical unicorn horns can do, though, Richard?
No.
They can shoot rays of sparkles, and they can shoot rainbows.
Oh, there we
of
go.
Magic.
You're gonna kill me with rainbows.
Yeah, I am. I've seen Care Bears. I know how this works. Saber-toothed tiger, attack with love.
Attack with love.
So what's the doctor going to do when he's getting hit with all this beautifulness from the saber-toothed tiger?
He's the doctor. He's just going to revel in it because he's like, oh, love. Maybe I'm the war doctor. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, which doctor am I?
There's a war doctor?
Yeah, there's a war doctor.
What's the war doctor do?
The war doctor is actually wasn't considered a doctor until the 50th anniversary show. He was considered a regeneration that the doctor never referred to as the doctor.
So are there multiple doctors at one time or just one? I mean,
There's always just been one, but he regenerates.
Yeah, but there were multiple Time Lords, right?
Right.
So I guess that's the other thing you have on me is you could chip away at me for 100 years.
Exactly. Time Lord. There was actually an episode. Okay, spoilers here. There was an episode of Doctor Who where he spent millions of years chipping away at something to get to his goal. He spent millions, if not almost 1 billion years, because he's the Doctor.
But he doesn't age, right? So he didn't. It was
well,
the same body.
The episode had something going on in there. He does age, but there was something else happening in the episode. It was a really good episode. It was the season finale of this past season
with the
really
old
good.
guy doctor.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you are in this. You're old guy doctor. I want to hit you.
Doesn't matter. Sharpen stilettos. I got my weapon. But you know what? I'm not even gonna fight. I'm just gonna talk to you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll just talk to you.
Yeah, Saber-Tooth Tiger doesn't care because you know what? Magical unicorn horn, mute your mouth. You can keep talking. You think you're talking. I don't hear it because you're on mute. It's like click.
I'm on mute.
And I'll just chase you around, try to stab you in this bounce house. You already blew up your helicopter, made me glass. So now I've got even more weight behind me, so I can even go through this no-gravity bounce house with a lot more force and torque.
Yeah, but see, you're rigid. You can't move.
No, magical unicorn horn, Richard. This guy can move now.
Oh, no, now we can move because he has a magical unicorn horn.
Obviously.
I don't know if magical unicorn horns grant the ability of free movement.
Well, you know what? The doctor's not real, Richard.
I'm going to take you, I'm going to turn you into glass, and then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put you on my shelf. You're going to be a knick-knack.
You're going to stretch this fight out for billions of years and be like, I'm still winning. Dink.
I'll put you on my shelf next to a unicorn.
It takes like 20 years for me to like wobble over to the edge. You're like, yeah, you're about to attack, huh? Push me back. See you in another 20 years.
Nope.
It's so cute when you're angry. Oh, is that a sparkle attack? Oh, you.
See, that's totally something the doctor would do. Because when he can be, he's a dick. So I'm sorry.
So are you thinking
once
that
you said I'm the doctor, like you already lost. You're a knick-knack on my shelf in the TARDIS.
But are you thinking this magical unicorn is going to shrink down, or do you think that when you pull me into the TARDIS, that I'll instantly become small? I don't think that's in the realm of the doctor's powers.
I'm the doctor. Everything is within my powers. All I need is a little shrinky machine. Little miniaturization technology.
Where are you going to get that from?
I can get that from anywhere. I'm a Time Lord.
Well, I have a magical unicorn horn.
I can go anywhere in time and space. You telling me I couldn't find a machine to make things small?
Well, I could make... And you're trying to tell me I can't make my legs work?
TARDIS itself is bigger on the inside.
I feel like this would just be a draw because every argument's like, I'm a Time Lord. I have a magical unicorn horn. I made you small. I made myself big again.
So the whole debate is what's more powerful, being a Time Lord or a magical unicorn horn?
The obvious answer is the magical unicorn horn.
It would if you weren't dealing with the doctor. And meanwhile, I'm wearing my stylish boots.
Just imagine you walking away, trying to keep your balance. Oh God. These stilettos are made for walking. All right. So what do you have for your hashtag for your doctor?
I'm going to go with hashtag stylish Time Lord.
All right. And I will go with magical unicorn tiger. All right, Richard, we are plowing through these, sir.
We are.
So we are on our final battle, the final battleground, and it's going to be one of our dirty ones, the red cards, the Superfight red deck. This deck, Richard, 100 R-rated cards, and we're about to see some of them.
Let's do this.
So our location, Richard, that we see, and I don't know what's read about this, but we're going to fight this battle in heaven.
Well, obviously.
And the current situation...
We're going to shake the pillars of heaven.
And the situation that's going to happen in this heaven battle is our fighters are both armless.
So I don't have any arms. Okay. It's
No
interesting,
arms.
but I still think, depending on what I get, I think I can take it.
All right, so your fighter is going to be a Japanese anime porn tentacle monster.
Oh, see, I don't need arms. I got tentacles.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Would your tentacles technically be arms?
No, they're tentacles. That's why they call them tentacles.
Ruling judge? Judge just gave me the finger, so I think it is those do. It's allowed. Hate that judge.
How could I be a tentacle monster without tentacles? I'd just be a monster.
And aren't we all the monster on the inside? We found out today that the monster was really man. All right, so you're a Japanese anime porn tentacle monster. What their abilities right now is it's walking 12 kids on leashes. So your tentacles are all busy hanging on to these kids.
No, it's like one leash with all 10 kids. Like in Conan the Barbarian, where they have them all like just in a line.
I gotcha. Your other ability, which seems kind of rough, is that you've had a painful erection for 5 hours.
Oh. So one of my tentacles is rigid and needs to see a doctor.
The babysitter didn't show up and I'm late to get on set. So Richard, your Japanese anime porn tentacle monster is going to be
Who am I
fighting none other than Hitler.
Oh,
He's just
my
had a
God.
best-selling book again.
Yeah, how sad is that?
Yeah, I don't know who all released it, but yeah, it's up for public domain and basically became a bestseller again or something.
Yeah.
So Hitler's abilities
The
in
real
this fight-
monster is man.
Yeah. So Hitler's abilities in these fight is his first one is he must mate with the opponent before killing them. So the Japanese anime porn technical monster, that he'd probably be okay with that.
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm
happened
fine with
before. And so this is going to help Hitler because Hitler's going to look at this tentacle monster and be like, I don't want to bang that. It doesn't look pure.
it.
But Hitler's
Maybe that rigid one.
But Hitler right now is on some bath salts. So he's going to be down to bang this tentacle monster.
And eat it, apparently.
Eat it while he's banging it.
Yeah, them bitches are crazy.
Hitler's already going to have a good run in this because those 12 kids, he ran Hitler Youth, young Adolf or whatever it was called. He's going to try and convert those kids into his own form of, craziness, and they're just going to run off away from you. They're going to pull you away, probably.
So you're saying you're going to convert my 12 kids, and then they'll run away? Now, see, as soon as you convert them, then I just use them as a shield.
Really, Richard, would you use kids as a shield? Would you use kids as shields against Hitler in heaven?
Yes.
Hypothetically,
I'm killing Hitler. It doesn't matter. I could do anything.
That's a good point, though. You're fighting Hitler in heaven. How did Hitler get to heaven?
Yeah, that's a good point. See, that's why I'm fighting you. I'm trying to get you out. Like, you don't belong here. And then Hitler's like, you do?
Hitler's like, I was surprised as you are.
It's me. Right. And I'm just like waving. I'm like, get back. And I'm just like waving them in front of you. Meanwhile, I have other tentacles that are like, beep, beep, beep.
So I wonder do I have to actually mate with you, like in your orifices, or can I mate with one of your tentacles? So you're trying to whip me with
I
one of
would
these
think that you would
tentacles.
mate with one of my tentacles.
Yeah, so I just wrap my
Probably
Hitler legs around.
the one that's had the 5-hour erection.
You probably should call a doctor. You should probably call the doctor.
He's busy with a ceramic saber-tooth tiger. Yeah, see, so Hentai Tentacle Monster, you're gonna be like, oh, I have to sleep with you before I do anything. But see, during that whole time, I'm like, go ahead, sleep with me. Tentacle, and dead.
Oh, you know what?
Put one in your mouth. Put one in your ass. I've already won the public sentiment in this battle because I am a tentacle monster that is raping Hitler.
Oh, but I kind of feel like when you mate with Hitler, it's like whatever those insects that kill their mates. That's what's going to happen to you. So right now, as a tentacle monster, you've had this painful erection for 5 hours. You're ready to bang anything.
Man.
And you see Hitler coming up. Hitler's like, oh, I see you there, tentacle monster.
Ooh.
I used to have a cow that loved me.
He was my favorite.
So I think
Mr. Sparkles.
Mr. Sparkles, you remind me of Mr. Sparkles. Kids, go off and play. And then a little sexiness happens with the tentacle monster and Hitler in heaven. They have 5 minutes in heaven.
It's 7 minutes in heaven. God, you never played that game, did you?
Damn it, I missed it. I just said 9 minutes. It's 9 minutes in heaven.
You missed the joke, but you brought it back. I'm proud.
I did. There's, what's sad is there's probably already this porno out there with this Japanese porn monster having sex with Hitler.
Probably. And people are like, go, tentacle monster, go. That's what I'm saying. I've already won public sentiment because people are like, well, I mean, the monster's raping Hitler. Like, how can we fault the monster for that? Like, they're cheering me on. They're like, go, tentacle monster, go.
There's a bunch of people in heaven cheering for this monster to rape Hitler.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
So do you think you'd have like anybody from heaven step in, or do you think they just watch? So if Hitler did somehow come out on top in this battle, would they still just, the rest of heaven would take care of him?
Probably. Or a time traveler would show up. Because you know the rule about time travel. First thing you gotta do, if you discover time travel, first thing you have to do, you have to kill Hitler.
They never touch on that with the Doctor, though, do they?
Actually, there's an episode called "Let's Kill Hitler."
Really? Do they do it?
Yeah. No.
Well, why not?
I don't remember. That was a couple of years ago. It was like 3 years ago.
I don't know. Bath salt crazy Hitler. He'd probably let Tentacle Monster have his way with him because you got to
probably would. And in that process, all I need is one tentacle right around the neck and dead.
Hitler's German, man. He'd probably be all for that. He'd be like yelling, "Tighter, Tentacle Monster, tighter!"
Meanwhile, you're on bath salt, so it's like being a zombie.
Yeah. Munching away on whatever other tentacle. Put it in my mouth, Tentacle Monster.
Bath salt zombie Hitler. Now you have to be destroyed.
There's a comic book idea right there.
Bath salt zombie Hitler, yeah.
Imagine those as this tentacle monster's having his way with Hitler. Puts one tentacle in his mouth and Hitler bites it off. He's like, "God damn it!"
All right, don't do that again. Don't do that.
Oh,
again.
I'm sorry, Tentacle Monster. Use a different one. I won't bite it off this time. Okay.
No, fool me once, Hitler.
Oh, Scheiße.
Meanwhile, you're getting a tentacle right into sphincter.
Well, yeah, painful erection. And then I guess so. The Japanese porn tentacle monster finishing off this battle would be releasing that painful erection. I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that how it works?
I don't know.
I always thought it was like you take the pill and then you just have one and then it just goes.
Oh, yeah.
Like it isn't really determined by finishing. It's determined by like time.
So day in life of this Japanese porn tentacle monster.
So I start the day off, I pop a bunch of pills.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah.
Got to go to work. Got that porn tentacle movie I got to do, anime porn tentacle monster 37. And then the wife tentacle monster's like, "Oh, honey, I can't watch the kids today. Had something come up." Tentacle monster's like, "Shit."
Yeah. Now I got to go to work. It's not take your 12 kids to work day.
All right. So what do you have for your hashtag on this?
Let's see. About 5-hour hard on hentai.
All right. And then I guess I will go with zombie bath salt.
Hitler.
Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it, sir. I feel like we kind of censored ourselves a lot this time.
I did it first, and then about 10 minutes in, I was like, screw it.
Well, I guess, do you want to throw out any Richard's closing thoughts on our battle we just had?
No, just vote for my hashtags. Don't vote for his. Plus, I'm killing Hitler. How can you not vote for killing Hitler? You know what that is? That's un-American.
Well, you know what? It's not a Narnia, so. All right, well, I'll do a little bit of housekeeping to close out this battle.
Close this out. You do that.
Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook and check us out on Pocket Casts. It's an iOS, Android, Windows phone app. And subscribe and leave a review on iTunes and Stitcher.
And don't forget to check us out on the Pod Bros Network.
The best podcast site network on the internet.
That they would kill Hitler.
They would. They would totally be down with it.
Yeah.
If you're in the need for some headbuds, go to tweakedaudio.com. Use the promo code LOBARMY, and you'll get 33% off. All right. Well, was there anything else you want to talk about before we close the show?
You know what? No. I'll lead you to the brink, and then I'm like, nah, never mind. I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the romance we have for this show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver in Narnia. 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 God bless America.
20 more minutes of this.
Oh, God.
You win, Sean. You win. Just quit.